a lot of other cool stuff worth mentioning comes from the exterior of the car. All right, we got Brembo brakes, which I've said is actually a dislike. Well, it's a like and a dislike. Brembo brakes are good because, you know, you can brake in a super short amount of distance. And this actually happened to me once where I was going pretty fast. There was another SUV that was going pretty fast as well. And then the light all of a sudden turned yellow, and, you know, we won't be able to make it past there. So we had to hit the brakes. So I managed to hit the brakes without, you know, crossing to the pedestrian zebra lines. But the other SUV, he went halfway through. So, you know, that's a nice thing to have Brembo brakes. It's always better to have it than to not have it. Another cool thing I like is the handles. All right, you can actually lock the car with so many different ways that it just blows my mind. All right, you can hit it to lock it. All right, you saw that? Hit it to lock it. All right, you can do it from any single door handle. So say I'm grabbing a lot of stuff, a lot of groceries, I can't really do anything, I can't hit the button or anything, I just gotta bump it and it's going to lock. Or alternatively, you can, inside your car settings, you can set it so that if I get far enough from my NIO, it's going to lock by itself. So we're gonna try that out. It's locked and hey, it's unlocked. So isn't that pretty cool? And if I approach my NIO, you know, I don't have to do anything. It's gonna open the handle for me and I can get right in. Boom, isn't that awesome? I love that feature, man. It makes it so cool. Of course, all sorts of other stuff with the NIO app. Now you gotta check out my video about NIO app because, man, it's got so many cool features, man. I can't believe you guys didn't watch that video, man. It pisses me off because that video, man, not only do I show the kind of controls that NIO app has, but I also show you other stuff, the social media aspect of the company, the e-commerce aspect of the company. If you want to know where NIO's gonna be, why NIO's so special, you gotta watch that video. They also got a rental business. They got multiple rental businesses, my friend, inside, and you're not gonna get it anywhere else, but you gotta watch that video. So watch that video about NIO's app. I have it down in the description below. Now, so I approach the car. Hey, look at those lights, man. I love these lights. So if I want to open the trunk, I don't want to press anything. I can press this button to open the trunk, but I can also just put my foot over here. All right, you got it work, man. Oh, bro. Yeah, put your foot over there and it's gonna open the trunk. Now it's kind of messy over here, but yeah, bear with me. And of course, if your hands are busy, you can press this button, or you can use the same way to unlock it. Let's close it up, put your foot over there, and it's going to close up the trunk. Overall design of the car, I love the design of the car, man. It just looks really nice. Of course, I gotta get new rims, but you know, these rims don't look that bad in my opinion. The overall design of the car, man, looks super sleek, muscular. You know, people ask me, is this an SUV? And I told them, yeah, it's an SUV, my friend. It doesn't really look like one, but yeah, it just, man, it's got that special sort of feeling to it. Wow, did you guys just see that? That's a nice way to start off this video. I'm gonna be talking about everything I love and like about my NIO EC6. Now, that was actually the first thing that I really liked about my NIO EC6, is that you can set a get off car position for your seat and steering wheel, and you can set a position for when you get on the car. So if I open my door, what's gonna happen is the steering wheel is gonna pop back out, and then my seat's gonna go down so that it's gonna be easier for me to get out. Let's see that in action. All right, see. Ooh. And then now it's easier for me to get out. And yeah, close the door, and it goes back into my driving position. So you can set different multiple positions, and it's gonna, you know, do that automatically for you. Now, what's even more amazing, which I've talked about, this super awesome feature, which is the NFC, which I absolutely just blew my mind. The NFC accessibility. You know how there's NFC over here on the B pillar, and you can use your phone to unlock it as well. Now, what's really amazing is you can give that permission to someone else without even meeting the person. So what happens? All I need is to have them install the NIO app, and then they have the NFC key enabled, and I need their phone number. So what I can do is, hey, if I want to give that person permission, I just have to enter in the phone number through my NIO app, and they're gonna have permission. So what they can do is they can scan this QR code, and they can get in my car and actually put their car over here at the charging port right here. This is the wireless charging place, and you know, they can drive my NIO. So I don't even have to give them a key. You know, I can be somewhere else. So that's really amazing. And what's really even more amazing is how, if that person is a NIO owner and they have their own seat preferences, that is automatically gonna be applied for my car if they get into my car. Same with me. If someone gives me permission to drive someone else's NIO, and I go drive, unlock it with my phone, and I go hop into their car, it's gonna be in the exact same steering wheel and seat position when I get into their car, because NIO knows this is how I like to drive. This is my height. You know, I'm about this tall, and this is what I like. So that is just, oh man, so mind-blowing, man. That's something that I really like. Next up, we got to talk about HUD, heads-up display. I don't know if you can see this correctly. There right there. Right now it's reading the speed 0, right? You can't see it from the side, but you can see it from over here. So yeah, that's the HUD, the heads-up display. Now it can display speed. It can display if you're on auto hold. If you press the brake, you know, there's the brakes right there. If I press it, if I'm on drive, for example, I'm gonna put it on drive right now. There's my brake. If I press it all the way down, right? I press it all the way down, it's gonna show me this button right here, which is auto hold, which means, you know, I can just rest on the side and take a break, and I don't have to keep on pressing the brake paddle. So that's really nice for traffic lights and traffic jams and that kind of stuff. So right now you can see that it's on auto hold, which is really nice. And you know, that's something it can display. And it can also display NIO Pilot. Yeah, you can also enable NIO Pilot, and it'll show NIO Pilot over there. You can also set the speed. It'll show what speed you set NIO Pilot as. It also shows navigation. So man, that HUD is super useful. That just means I rarely have to look over here at this display. I just keep my eyes on the road most of the time. And what's also really nice is you can also adjust the position of the HUD. You can move it up, down, lower the brightness, increase the brightness, etc. You can make it sensitive to light so that, you know, during the day it's brighter, during night it's a bit darker. So overall, that's super nice. Now, another thing that I really like about NIO is their comprehensive blind spot warning. All right, blind spot warning. So what happens is, if I try to turn my car, right? If I try to turn my car, and then there's a car on my left side, I'm trying to turn left, there's a car on my left side, it's going to give me an audio cue. It's going to be like, don't, like that kind of sound. and it's gonna give me a little wiggle on the steering wheel. That's basically to warn you that, you know, there's a car over there, you should be careful. And that little light also lights up yellow, so that's just a warning. So whenever there's a car behind you on the left or on the right, even that light's gonna warn you. So, you know, that light's gonna light up, and if you're gonna turn, it's gonna give you a little jiggle, it's gonna give you a little sound audio. And that same warning applies if you're going to, you know, if you're venturing off the lane, if you're all of a sudden not driving straight and your wheels are hitting the lines. You know, NIO can actually tell if you're trying to turn right or if you're just driving straight but you're kind of leaning to the right. They can tell. So, you know, it'll give you a little wiggle. So, you know, and some audio warning to tell you that, hey, you're veering off lane, so that's not good. So that's also something that's really, 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 really nice. Another really cool thing is the driving dynamics. Now, you can see I've had my NIO for over 90 days, so that's perfectly 3 months. So that's pretty nice. But driving dynamics, to customize driving dynamics, you just go in here, and then, well, actually you can press on this button over here, and then you got different sorts of driving dynamics. You got comfort, you got eco, you got sport, and you got personalized. Now, with personalized, what's really nice is you can adjust the speed. Now, before, they didn't have this option for 9.9 seconds acceleration. What happened was, because 5.4 seconds and 7.9 seconds was still really fast, and if you press on the throttle, you're gonna feel it, and that was uncomfortable, and some people still get car sick from that. So NIO added 9.9 seconds, so that's really, really nice. I really like it. I drive on this mode whenever my wife's in the car, and I put on this mode when she's not on the car. But you guys probably watched my battery swap video where I also did a acceleration prank on my wife, so go check that out if you haven't done that. That's when I put my car into 5.4 seconds. It did not end well. All right, so yeah, so I can save that. And then there's also the you know, downhill mode, and then you got the snow mode. So that's pretty epic. Snow mode, where they just have a 4-wheel all-wheel drive system. And of course, when I interviewed NIO managers, the dude said, you know, this is actually better than Audi Quattro system. Well, of course they would say that, but is it actually better? I haven't personally tried that out, but that's something cool. You know, with the firmware over the air updates, you know, you can always get new features for your car with your NIO. And man, so that's pretty nice. Now let's keep talking. Another thing that I really like is the air purification system. There's an onboard air purifier, and what's really also nice is NOMI will do regular checks and see if the air is good. So if the pollution meter gets above a certain threshold, she's gonna tell you, hey, we've detected that it's a bit over polluted, so I'm turning on the air purification system. That's also really nice, you know, thank you. So that's something that, you know, she does automatically for you. That's pretty cool. Speaking of that, NIO also has a fragrance system, and it's right down here. Oh, you can see these? Yeah, these little things. That's the fragrance system. So, yeah. So to access that, all you have to do is, you know, swipe from the right, and then you can you have this menu where you can customize, you can add different stuff, and then you got sound settings, air vents, and then you can open the charging port from inside the car, etc. etc. You can also record stuff using the built-in dash cam, resting mode, resting position, driving position. So this is how I have it customized. So I can tap this to get my seat into a driving position, which is how I like it right now. So talking about the fragrance system, we have the fragrance system right here, fragrance system, and you can enable it different fragrances, and you can also adjust the different amounts. Another cool thing I like is that the center storage, there's a lot of room inside. That's really cool. It's super deep, man. It's super deep. There's a lot of room inside, so you can put a lot of stuff. You can snap on some stuff over here. All right, and one little secret is that if you open from the right, it opens everything. If you open from the left, right here, you open this, so you can have some cards, some coins, some keys over there. That's pretty nice. And you can lock this up with passcode inside the car. So remember how I said you can give your car permission for someone else to give permission to drive your car. Now that means you might want to lock this up if you have some sort of valuables and that kind of stuff. So that's also something that's really nice. During the nights, all right, the lights are actually automatic. Here, lights, it's all automatic. It says auto right there. One special feature about the NIO's lights is that if you turn left, if you got your left turn signal, it's going to light up on that side so that you can see it. All right, likewise with the right side, if you turn right turn signal, it's going to light up that area for you, so you can see where you're going. That's really nice. And they've done it so that you don't even have to use turn signal. Every time you steer your wheel, you turn the steering wheel to a certain amount, it's going to light up that area. It knows that you're trying to turn right, or it knows that you're trying to turn left. So that's something that's just really nice. And then there's Nomi. All right, Nomi, overall, she's really helpful. She's limited at what kind of stuff she can do, but that just means that there's a lot of room for improvement. There's a lot more stuff, capabilities that can be added later on, but at the moment she can do all sorts of basic functions that you need. Like, for example, I want to go somewhere, tell her to go somewhere, you know, roll up the windows, turn on the AC, or, you know, I have fog, you can tell her, hey, I have fog in my front window, so help me with that, and she's gonna help you with that. So overall, she's pretty helpful for, you know, just when you're driving, but she is limited at what she can do. Another thing that I really like is the overall interior build quality. I mean, everything that you can touch is pretty much really nice. You know, you got leather here, you got, I don't know what this is, but this is pretty good feeling. And then you got microfiber lining on the top. You know, even this kind of stuff, you know, these details, there's a premium feel to it. You know, you can open it up really fast. There's little two cool lights that pop up. Really nice looking, feels premium. All the knobs and buttons, they feel good. They feel nice and luxurious. Yeah, I've checked out other cars, and they don't even have these kind of good, solid, tactile feeling buttons. So that's definitely a plus. Now, I have a video on NIO's luxurious interior, and I showcase the headroom and all that kind of stuff. So watch it, link is in the description. Now, I also, you might be thinking, hey, I didn't talk about battery swap or charging. Well, that's because I have a video solely for battery swap, so you can watch it over here and watch it somewhere else. Now, guys, go join our Discord, because, you know, if you're on my Discord and you have any sort of questions about my NIO or anything, you can ask it right there right away, and I'll try my best to answer it as fast as I can. NIO Pilot is really nice. It's a lot less stressful to drive, you know, and that's the overall theme in general of NIO. It's a lot less stressful to drive. So the way I use NIO Pilot is, if I gotta, you know, look at the map or something, if I can't keep my eye on the road, I have to look over here, then I like to enable NIO Pilot, and then I can do whatever I gotta do over here. In general, NIO Pilot's really nice. You can also steer with it. If you want to go change a lane, she'll do it for you. But there are limitations. It doesn't work during raining days or foggy days. So, or where there's a lot of reflection from the ground. And that makes it hard for NIO to see the lines. So that's a limitation, but overall it's pretty nice. So guys, I'm pretty impressed with my NIO, man. Like, I wouldn't buy any other car other than NIO. You know, the unlimited warranty, unlimited free battery swapping. Now, the most amazing, mind-blowing thing about NIO is battery upgradability. Well, upgradability in general. I have a full video talking about this. In this video, you gotta watch it out. Watch it, man. You gotta watch it. This video, I talk about upgradability, and it's not just batteries, all right? You can upgrade so much stuff inside the car, and not just using money. You can use NIO points, so you actually can upgrade aspects of your car without even spending cash, only spending NIO points. So you gotta know what this is all about, my friend. If you guys don't know what it's all about, I don't know what to do with you guys, man. You guys gotta watch that video, man. So go watch that video.